everybody, and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name is Tandra, and today we're going to do a Tarot Pick-a-Pile card reading, and this is with important messages from our spirit guides and ancestors. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you run across this and feel the need to watch it, there should be messages for you. If you're unfamiliar with pick-a-pile readings, basically they work where we have 3 different piles for you to choose from. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pile 1 has a dream catcher, pile 2 has the butterfly, and pile 3 has the heart. And basically you go with your gut instinct, and whichever pile is pulling you in the most, that's the pile you should go watch. Whichever, that's your intuition tugging you to the right messages. It is possible to be drawn to more than one pile, and if you are, it is okay to watch more than one. That just means that there could be messages in more than one for you. And that does happen for some people sometimes. So that's okay to do that. I would love to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel and has participated in the channel, either by giving comments in our videos or giving the videos thumbs up, and by sharing our videos. By putting a link to the channel on your social media accounts, it gives your friends and family opportunity to find us and see if we have any videos for them that are good for them to watch. And it really helps the channel grow, and we very much appreciate it. And by giving us thumbs up and commenting and subscribing and all that, it helps YouTube decide to share our videos with their community, and it helps us, just all get better, and it helps the channel. So we very much just wanted to say thank you for all of you guys who've done that for us. Our reading today does consist of tarot cards, but we also have our charms that we're going to be looking at, as well as our oracle spheres. So you could be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you can get an answer to, and we will be doing that in each reading as well. So we're going to give you some time to reflect on these piles, and then when you're ready, there will be links in the description that will lead you directly to your pile when you're ready to watch, and we'll see you there. Hello, Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the dream catcher here, we're going to move that over here to the side. Remember, this reading is on messages from our ancestors and spirit guides, and we will have our tarot cards. We have our charms that we're going to be doing as well, in case there's some extra messages or clarifiers there. And we have our oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you can get an answer to on that. So let's just get started here and see what messages come through. All right, we have the 7 of Wands. We have the Page of Swords. We have the 10 of Swords. The 2 of Cups. The 4 of Wands. The 5 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Devil card. Okay, interesting. Okay. I got a couple of messages I'm kind of getting here. Let me try to work through them. A couple things kind of came through right away, and then I think there's more to them. Okay. First of all, one of the things that's coming through here is a warning for some of you. It's not for everybody, so if it resonates with you, go ahead and take it. If not, it's not your message. But there's a few of you, or some of you out there, that they want to warn you of a romantic entanglement that you're either in or getting ready to be involved in. They're worried that the person isn't right for you, and that if you get involved in this relationship, that your friendships might suffer, you're going to come out of it wanting to protect yourself. You're going to feel very battered and beaten, and it's going to be a little rough for you. So they're a little worried about a relationship either you've just entered into, or possibly getting ready to enter into, or you're thinking about. They're just not sure that that person is the one that will make you happy, and that you can have a long-lasting relationship with. They do want to say that there is that person out there around the corner as well. That person is available to you. It's just this other person's kind of on the scene too, or kind of barging in, or putting, kind of getting in between, or in the middle, or jumping in first, kind of thing. And so they kind of just wanted to warn you of that. And so if that really is something that resonates with you, or you kind of have a feeling that that message is for you, or you know what that kind of means, then that's just kind of what they were trying to say for you guys there. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of get that message out first, because that was one of the messages there. Now, for a few of you, another message that also has to do with love has to do with the fact that you've just gone through a relationship that kind of left you wanting to protect yourself, and left you kind of battered and beaten, and not necessarily feeling very trusting of people and things like that. There's a few of you that have gone through that recently, and mostly what they wanted to say is that you had to kind of go through that, for those of you that have already gone through this, and that they're sorry about that, but they really feel like you've learned something from it that was important for you, but that you can still find true love, that you can still find happiness, that you can still get your youthful vigor back again, and be strong enough to get through that. Okay, so for those of you who have just been through a relationship that's been kind of rough for you, that's the message for you, is that you can pick yourself back up. You can get your self back on a good keel. You can find the person out there that's right for you, and you can basically live out a good life with them, or feel, have a very fulfilling relationship with them. That you just kind of need to pick yourself back up. Protect yourself a little bit, but don't go overboard with that. Don't feel like you can't be with anybody ever again because you can't trust people. Don't feel like that. See, this message is kind of interesting because we had the people that they're warning off of this kind of issue and problem, and then we have the people that have gone through this, and they're saying that you can get through it, and that it's going to be okay. So it's kind of interesting how the two have gone together in the same pile for me. I find that intriguing. I do see here where they do feel like you've been going through a really good learning process, and that you're on the brink of making a turnaround, especially in your career and job related matters. For those of you that, the love messages or romance messages weren't for you, the other messages dealing in the pile have to do with your career. And they see that you're on embarking on either a new career or changing of career, or that now's the time to renew yourself as far as your work goes. Either a promotion or a new job, or starting out on your own. I see a lot of you guys wanting to start your own business, and that they think that that's a good endeavor. They think that that's really good for you. They're proud of you on that. Uh, you know, the, they think that that's something that can work out really well for you, and that it's something that can do very good. Some of you guys have just gotten a promotion, and they just wanted to say congratulations on that, and that they're very proud of you, and that they think that you're doing very well with that as well, and that should do very well for you guys. So that's kind of the messages for you guys with your career and your work, that it's either time to do something new, if that's something that you've been feeling like doing, or that you have just started something new or gotten promoted, to a new position or a better position, and that this is kind of a good phase for you guys as far as your career goes, and as far as finances and money and things like that. It's kind of a renewal situation. It's kind of a you might even be an apprentice again, or learning, or just kind of starting out all over again, but that the journey should be worth it, that you should come out very well with it, and they're very proud of you for making this step and this leap, or getting the promotion, either way, and that's what's going on with that. So that's going on with your career. So those are the messages coming out so far. Let's go ahead and go into our charms. Sometimes there's new messages in those, or there's clarifiers of messages that have already happened. So we'll go ahead and do those. All right. All right. Let's see what we've got here. All kinds of cool things. All right. First of all, we got a couple of cards. Let's look at those. Got a couple up here. Okay. We do have the Two of Swords, and to me, that one is kind of a decision to make, or not knowing which way to go, not sure which way. If you're unsure yourself, if you're kind of needing guidance on, like if you have a choice to make between a couple of different things and you're not sure which way to go, I would recommend meditating on it, or maybe watching some other pick-a-pile readings from your favorite readers, and maybe getting some messages that way, because I think the universe could help steer you into the right direction on this decision that you guys have to make. So I think that's something kind of going on there. We do have the Ace of Wands, which I really love, because that goes so well with the Ace of Pentacles. That just shows your new creativity, your new beginning, your new start. Like I said, for some of you guys, just starting out, opening your own business, or wanting to open your own business, it could be a really good creative endeavor that you'll be doing, and working on that. And that's just confirmation of that going forward. We also have the Seven of Hearts, and I really like that, because to me, that's a good manifestation card. That's a good card that you can fill your cups up with all of the good things in life that you really want to have. And I think that you are at that crossroads where you can do that. That this is your opportunity to get the things in life that you really want in your career, in your love life, in your family life, and all of those things together. You just kind of need to walk the path. You kind of just need to do it. Um, so that's really cool. I really like that. We also have the 10 of Diamonds, which just shows that ultimate um, getting what I talked about earlier about financially. You should be doing very well career-wise. Things should turn out pretty well for you, and you're on the road of getting things done that will fulfill you that way and financially. So that's kind of what that card just kind of clarifies that or strengthens that a little bit. We do have some letters here. Let's go through those. We have a G, an E, and a T. So get. That just means go get it, in my opinion. We also have a J, T, B. So these letters can form lots of different words. I like to let you guys kind of go through and do that and figure out if there's anything that jumps out at you guys. Also, they could be initials, which might tell you guys something, or be. I like the letters to be kind of a special message for whoever's watching, whatever comes out for you. So if you think of certain words that come to mind when you see certain letters, or if the initials mean something to you, or other things like that, I kind of let those messages be specific for each person watching, as well as if any words come together that I happen to notice. Okay. We do have several word sayings here, so let's see what we've got here. Every journey starts with one step. What's for you will not pass you. And after all this time, always. Okay, so what I get from these is every journey starts with one step, and what is for you will not pass you is great, because it goes along with the aces that we were talking about. That this is the time for the new beginning, the new start, the new thing, because I really feel like this is a really good for those of you that was dealing with the romance, this could be a really good start of a really good lasting relationship for you. And for those of you, I was talking about the new career or the promotion and so forth, basically this is your first step. This is the beginning of that. This is, the start of that, and how cool that is. So those kind of go together. And also, if you're meant to be abundant or have these things that you're going to have, they're going to come to you, so don't worry about that. The more you worry about that, the harder it is for the universe to help you get those things. So don't worry. You're going to get the things that really mean something to you and that you really want. This is interesting because I do see the four-leaf clover love key as well as the love heart. So definitely in the love relationship, you guys have the key to get the proper love of your life. So if you have had that bad relationship or other thing you're dealing with, the universe is just letting you know. Your ancestors and spirit guides are just saying, hey, just around the corner, you have the opportunity for a really good love life. You have the key, okay, to have that happen for you. And they're just kind of reaffirming that for you to let you know that. It's interesting how we have two different owls here. What I like about that is I see that as them saying, hey, you're pretty wise. You're pretty smart. You've learned some things from your experiences that you've had recently. So you're able to go on, and you're very, it's a very good thing for you. And that they're just letting you know how smart you are, and that you're going to make good, wise decisions. So they're not worried about that. They're not worried about you guys doing that, other than the very first message for somebody worried that you might choose the wrong person for a while, especially since the other person is kind of also available to you. So they were worried that, you might have been steering in the wrong direction. But that's the only worry there. Otherwise, they really feel like you're going to make really good decisions and really wise decisions, and do very well, especially in the finance department. Okay, this cross here just kind of shows that they're there, they're with you, they're helping you along. That's kind of the helping hand there as well. They're helping support and guide you when they can, and that kind of thing. So that's just kind of a reaffirmation of that. I do love the purple pumpkin here. Um, to me, pumpkins are kind of they show up in the fall. They're a very cool, you can get a lot out of them. You can do a lot with them. They're very versatile. Um, they are kind of associated with Halloween, which is kind of a magical time. So to me, when pumpkins show up, it just kind of shows how magical things can be, how uh, it's also part of that abundance thing. It's part of, kind of showing abundance and being able to have that harvest, being able to harvest um, a good crop and that kind of thing. So that's kind of, what shows up for me on that. We do have the dragon and the sheep. I find that very intriguing because to me that shows that you kind of have a choice. You can either be a sheep and kind of just hang back, don't be bold, don't go out there and do things, or you can be a dragon and you can go out and pursue your passions and get what you really want and do whatever. And I think that might have something to do with the choice we were talking about earlier. Is that, maybe you do have a choice between just kind of laying back and kind of being quiet and meek and just kind of following along with everybody and everything, or you can go out and be passionate and kind of forge your own path like a dragon would. So that's kind of the messages that come through there for me. All right, let's go ahead and go on to your oracle sphere so you can get answer to your question that you have. And if you're unfamiliar with this, basically what we do is we like for you to think of a question that has a yes or no type of answer to it. The answers are things like yes, no, maybe, very likely, probable, not likely, things like that, those type of answers. So you think of your question, and then we have 4 different stands to choose from. We have blue, purple, bronze, and silver. And you pick which stand you would like your answer to appear on, and then we go through and we get our answers. Okay? Other people have utilized these in other ways. They found other creative ways to use them. And if you think of ways to do that, we encourage that as well, because this is your reading. And so being interactive with it is very cool as well. So let's just go through and get our answers now. All right, number 1, blue. The answer is not likely. Number 2, purple. It's also not likely. Wow. Number 3, bronze is probable. And the number 4, gray, is yes. So we have blue, not likely, purple, not likely, bronze, probable, and silver is a yes. All right, guys, there's your answers to your Oracle Sphere question for the week. I appreciate you guys being here for the reading. I really hope you had some messages that were useful to you. And you could give the video a thumbs up. You could share the video with your friends and family, or at least the channel on your social media accounts especially. That's the best way to do that. You could check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of timeless tarot readings, and they're on lots of different topics, so there might be 1 or 2 more out there for you that you'd like to take a look at. We do put out videos every week, so we look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading on messages from our spirit guides and ancestors. You guys are the ones that chose the butterfly, so we'll just set that over here off to the side. Remember, we have our tarot cards. We also have our charms we're going to be looking at, as well as our oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of your yes or no type of question that you can get an answer to. Okay, so let's go through here and figure out what messages our spirit guides have for us today. We got the Hanged Man. We got the Page of Pentacles. We got the 8 of Wands. The 2 of Wands. Oh my goodness. the Nine of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, interesting, okay, the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Wow. Okay. Well, first of all, the main message that's coming through, like more than anything else, is that your spirit guides feel like you are on the brink of manifesting great things in your life. That you are on your way to great abundance. The things that you've been shooting out into the universe, the ideas that you've been putting out are going to bear fruit. That you have some really cool ideas, that you've really unusual ideas, different ideas, that you're going to be coming up with some things. Basically, you need to believe in yourself, I think, is kind of the message I'm getting here, because they're saying you've got some really cool, awesome things that you're going to be putting out into the universe, and then the universe is going to reciprocate that and bring that back to you, and that you're going to have the things that you need, the things that you want. You're going to be doing, you're going to be very successful. But you need to believe in yourself. That's what the message I keep getting over and over again, more than anything, is to believe in yourself. That you have a very unique talents and gifts to give to the world, and that you need to keep working on that, and making sure that you put those ideas out there, and that you do that, because that's how you're going to manifest your things that you've been wishing for, and your abundance and things like that. And that basically whatever you want, you could have. That all you have to do is believe in yourself and be willing to put yourself out there. Be willing to use your creative ideas, do your creative things. I really feel like they think you're very creative. You're very unique. You have a lot of unique ideas. You have a lot of creative ideas. You have a lot of, I almost get the idea of like an inventor, or, somebody that will come up with a, cool invention that people will really like and really use, or that will help humanity in some way, or that you have new ways of thinking about things that people will like, that kind of thing. That's the energy I'm getting here, and that your spirit guides want you to keep following along that path and keep doing that. They want you to use your unique abilities and other things, because they feel like abundance and happiness and these other things are just kind of right there. You're on the verge of all of that. That it's right at your fingertips. You just have to believe that it can be done. You have to believe that you can do it, and you have to go ahead and put these ideas out there and go ahead and do it. Don't hold them back. Don't keep them to yourself. That kind of thing. So that's the deep message I'm getting for pile 2, is that you are very unique. You have very cool ideas. You have things that are very useful and that can come back to you in many cool ways. And like I said, that abundance and other things are just a step away, basically, just a corner away. Just, keep going the way you're going. Keep being willing to put yourself out there, and it will be worth it to do that. That because you are have such unique abilities and talents and ideas and things like that, that the world could definitely utilize that and use it, and that it will come back to you by you being, putting those unique ideas out there and doing those unique things. Okay, that's a very clear-cut message that came for this pile. So I'm just going to move right along to the charms, because there's not really anything else to say about that. Other than, I need to repeat it over and over again, make sure that you believe in yourself. Because I do get the energy some is that you guys are on the verge of giving up, or that you uh, feel like if you keep pursuing that path that you'll end up with nothing because it won't be worth it. Nobody will really want it. I get that feeling that you guys might be in that mode or get in that mode. And the big message here is don't give up, don't stop, keep doing it, keep believing in yourself. So that's the biggest message that's coming through. And like I said, there really isn't much more to say about that. Just make sure that you pay attention to that message. But let's see if there's any other messages or more clarifiers or other things in our charms. A lot of times our charms clarify a lot of what is being said, or even reiterated even more, so that, really hammer home the message sometimes. But let's just see what our charms have to say here. Alrighty. Alright, what do we have here? Yep, okay. We also have the Nine of Wands again, once again showing that wonderful creative energy. We do have the Four of Hearts, which is the Four of Cups. Once again, that's sort of like the Five of Pentacles energy. It's that not seeing what the universe has to offer you, or what you have to offer the universe, is kind of looking in one direction instead of the other. So it's that wording of don't look at your lack, don't look in the wrong direction, go forward. Look at what the universe is offering you, look at what you have to offer the universe, that kind of thing. It's that kind of energy. Also, it's a 4, which is kind of a foundational energy to me. So I see that as you have an opportunity for to build a good foundation. You have an opportunity for that. And we do have some other really cool things here, which I really like. We have the swan, which to me, once again, shows how beautiful, unique you are. I always think of the ugly duckling swan story, where basically, the ugly duckling wasn't really a duckling, turned into a beautiful swan. And to me, that just shows the uniqueness that you have, the beauty that you have, and that kind of thing. So I see that going on. We do have the Leo here, which, Leos are, they go out, they are kind of unique in a lot of ways. They're very flamboyant. They're willing to put themselves out there. They're willing to do that. And they do have a lot of unique energy in a lot of ways. It can kind of be kind of flamboyant. They can kind of be different than we expect, and kind of things. And so I see that as also, when you think of the lion, you think of somebody who's willing to go out there and be the king of everything, and going out there and doing it. And once again, that's the message that we're trying to get, is be willing to put yourself out there, be willing to do that. We also show a lot here of your uniqueness. We have the Star Bunny, or how you could cultivate your uniqueness and the things you have to put out there in the world. We have the watering can. Once again, water your ideas, nurture your garden, your creative things that you're putting out there. We have the ruler, which means, you can build things, have new things out there, kind of thing. We have the seashell with the pearl in it. And so to me, that always shows kind of the hidden talents, or the hidden riches and abundance that are out there, that they're kind of maybe hidden to you, but that if you dig hard enough or work hard enough, that you will get the pearls, that they exist, that they're there. So it's kind of what I see when those come up. Also, the teddy bear here. Often I think of children when I think of teddy bears, but also I kind of also think of, with your guys' reading, how cool of an invention the teddy bear was. It didn't exist at one time, and it became so popular that, you know, everybody knows what a teddy bear is. Almost everybody's owned one at some point in time in their life. So I can almost feel like you guys could come up with some sort of idea like that. Something that, you know, people would really appreciate and really, you know, really like, but that, you know, it's a new invention. It's something new. It's different. But simple too, you know, because if you think about it, teddy bears are kind of simple and elegant. We do have the 11 piece, which I kind of really like as well, because you guys might have some good creative ideas on how to make the world better, or how to, you know, do things in the world that, you know, work out a little better. So I kind of like that message too, because I think that goes along with your guys' creativity, your uniqueness, um, your contributions you can give to humanity there. We have the sun and the moon, and that once again, to me, that just shows uh, this is the balance between feminine and masculine energy. This is kind of also the universe. To me, when I see this, this is trying to think of how I want to put it. It just goes along with your reading in that you have a lot of ideas and other things that fit into kind of the universal plan, that it's kind of written in your stars, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, of you guys having these kind of ideas and this creativity. I also have the V. Since it's just a V by itself, I think of victory. But it could be an initial, or it might mean something to you, or you might think of a certain word when you see it. So I kind of let you guys go along and do that on your own with that. Let's go into our oracle spheres. Let's get an answer to our yes or no type of question. If you're unfamiliar with this, basically how this works is you ask a question that can have an answer like yes, no, maybe, probable, very likely, unlikely, things like that. It can have those type of answers. And then we have 4 different stands. We have the silver, the bronze, the purple, and the blue. And you decide which stand you would like your answer to appear on, and then we get our answers. Other people have also found other ways to utilize these as well, so if you think of a good creative way to use it, go for it. I encourage that. This is your reading, and anything that'll help you out, I find great and awesome, so I really like it when you guys do that. All right, so let's get our answers here for your stands. Hopefully you've picked which one you want your answer on, and we'll get our answers. Number 1, gray, is a not sure. That could mean that the question wasn't very clear, or that some things have to play out first before an answer can be given, because the outcome might change depending on the circumstances. All right, number 2, bronze, is a yes. Number 3, purple, is a not now. And a number 4, blue, is a very likely. All right, so our silver is a not sure, our bronze is a yes, our purple is a not now, and our blue is a very likely. So there's our Oracle Spirit answers for pile 2 for this week. I really hope that there were some messages here that you guys found useful and that you can do something with them. I really appreciate you being here with us for this video. We do have other timeless videos out there on lots of topics, so check those out as well. There might be some other things out there that you would like to see. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up and leave us comments in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and don't forget to share the channel. If you could put a link to the channel on your social media accounts and give your friends and family and other people a chance to check us out too, we very much appreciate it, and hopefully they will as well. All right, guys, we'll see you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. Remember, this is on messages from our ancestors and spirit guides, and you guys are the ones that chose the heart. Okay, so we're going to move that over here. We have our tarot cards, we have our charms we're going to look at, as well as our oracle spheres, so you could be thinking of your yes or no type of question to get an answer to. All right, so let's just dive right in here and see what messages we might have from our spirit guides and ancestors. We have the Chariot, Justice. Ooh. The Eight of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. Wow, okay. Queen of Swords. Wow. The Ten of Swords. The Three of Wands. The King of Pentacles. Oh, wow. The Ace of Wands. And the Seven of Swords. Okay. All right. The first message that came through was that you guys are on your way out of some heavy situations, or situation, either way. That basically you guys have gone through some really rough times. You've had some issues, possibly in relationships, possibly in career, possibly in your whole life, even like just everything. I almost get the picture of you guys had one thing on top of another happen, and kind of got beaten down, really bad. I kind of felt that energy, but I feel like what your ancestors and spirit guides want you to know is that you are on your way out of that energy. That you guys are embarking on some serious new journey. That you have new ideas coming. You possibly will be traveling. It's even possible that traveling will be involved here. But that you're on at least a journey through your life, if not through actually going somewhere. But you definitely have a journey going here. But that you have more clarity than you've ever had. You are willing to focus on a task. You're willing to work at whatever it is that you're doing. You're willing to work at your relationships and your family and your work and all of these other things. You're willing to work through those things. You're willing to work those things out, and that things should start improving in your life very, very soon. That you guys are on your way out of this older energy, and you've grown up, you've matured, you've got new clarity, new focus, new purpose, and you're coming out renewed and rejuvenated in a lot of ways. And you're older and wiser in some ways too. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. And I really, journey keeps coming into my mind here. So I really feel like traveling might be involved for some of you guys. So if you have the opportunity to do some traveling, that might be something very important for you. It might be the message that they're saying, hey, make sure you do that. Don't hang back. If you've got an opportunity to do some traveling, go for it, because that's really good for you right now. That's kind of the message I'm getting there, because I really do keep getting the word journey keeps popping into my head, and that's somehow important to you guys in some way, shape, or form. And so I think for a lot of you, actually physically going on a journey or actually going somewhere is important, because I think that might help get some of this more newfound clarity and ideas and other things coming to you. But the energy I'm seeing here is, like I said, I'm also hearing older and wiser. I think you guys have learned a ton, and you guys are much clearer and sharper in your thoughts and in your emotions and feelings. You don't let petty things bother you like you used to, possibly. You have some ideas of how to make some money, and you're focused on that in some ways. A lot of you guys are, and you're on that that journey heading towards that goal, and that they're here to encourage you in that. They feel like that's, something that you're doing very well with, and they're here to encourage you with that. Uh, yeah, I think you have some new creative ideas, some new passions. I'm thinking you're finding a newfound passion for life, that you finally have been able to work through some of the problems that you've had and not let them hold you down. You are now able to lift yourself up from that and move forward. That's really hard to do sometimes when we've gone through a lot of these type of heart crushing, you know, soul crushing type of experiences that you guys have gone through. Sometimes it's really, really hard to pick ourselves back up and go, okay, let's go for it. Let's do this new thing. But I really feel like if you're not in this energy yet, if this isn't resonating with you, if you are still kind of in that, really, I don't necessarily feel anything great's going on in my life, or that I'm, have a newfound thing, or, if you're kind of not feeling that yet, what the message is that follow your intuition, let your intuition guide you, but that you have an opportunity for fresh, new, creative ideas. You can find newfound passions, things that you really are passionate about and really care about. Maybe things that didn't care about in the past. You didn't even know about them, but that you'll find a new appreciation for some things, or you'll find something that you didn't know. Like, I'm giving an example, and this, is just an example. It's not necessarily what I mean for each of you, but let's say you're going along and all of a sudden you see a video about painting and it looked kind of interesting to you, and you thought, oh, I think I'll do that. And you sit down and you start to kind of follow along the video and instructions and kind of get an idea, and you're like, hey, this is pretty relaxing. I really like this. And then you're like, oh, wow, look what I created. This is pretty neat. And you start getting more and more excited about it. And then you start studying up new techniques. You start figuring out the best paintbrushes to use and the best materials, and how you mix different paints together will create certain lights, or how you do certain effects will do this and that. You start getting really passionate about it. And you're like, oh, I really want to do this now. And you really get into it. You're really passionate. You really care about it. You want to study everything there is about it. You want to do a lot about it. You start coming up with your own creative ideas on how to do things based on what you've learned, that kind of energy, okay? So this is the kind of energy I'm feeling here, is that something or someone, but probably something, you will find a passionate type of energy for. It might be something that you used to like. It might be something that you've never known you would like. It might be something that you're just starting out doing. It just depends. But basically, you will find a newfound passion for something, or a group of somethings even. It could be more than one thing even. And it could help you out financially. It'll help you out emotionally for sure. Like I said, traveling might be involved, or going somewhere, but it's definitely going to put you on a new journey. It's definitely going to take your soul on a journey, if nothing else. And you're going to find something to be very creative and passionate about, and that you really care about. Like I said, it's going to help you find new clarity, new trying to think of the best way to put it, but basically what we've talked about so far. And so that's the energy you're embarking on, if you haven't already started to do that, where some of you already have. Some of you have already started to work your way towards that. Some of you might just be kind of heading that way. This might just be the message of, hey, hang in there, this is coming, pay attention to things, because you're going to find a newfound passion for life and for things, and it's something, things you're going to really care about and really want to do and really enjoy, and that kind of thing. And so, if you haven't quite hit there yet, know that that's on its way. Know that, that's where you're headed. Okay. I can't really, I'm not sure there's really any other messages involved with that. So we're going to go ahead and look at our charms and see what else there might be to say here. Okay. We have the number 3, which I really, really like because that is a creative number. That is the number of coming up with new creative ideas, doing creative projects, that kind of thing. So I really like that number showed up. It's also, we have Virgo here, which is the 5th house in astrology, or sorry, not the 5th house, 6th house. But what I think of when I think of Virgo is a very creative energy in the fact that the practical, which I get that energy for you guys. I get that practical energy. When I said earlier that older and wiser kind of thing, it's that kind of energy, and that's kind of the Virgo energy I'm getting here. And I think that that's just kind of showing you guys that you have learned some things and that you are there. We do have a couple of things that do deal with love. Like I said, for a couple of you guys, like I said, your whole life might have had some issues, or it might have been your love life or whatever. But we do have the love arrow here and the tennis rackets, which I always see as a partnership or working together. It could be a love partnership. It could be a business partnership. It could be, any of that kind of stuff. I also see for you guys, by seeing the tennis racket, specifically for you guys, is that exercise, or you might find a new passion for sport, or for a sport, or for working out, or for doing something like that. I don't even know how many of you that will resonate with. That's kind of just an offhanded thing that just came to my mind. So I think some of you guys will resonate with that. We do have 3 letters here. We have GAD. So those might be initials. Those might form words in your mind. Like if you might think of words. I usually let you guys do whatever you need to do with the letters, whatever pops out at you. If a word comes to your head when you see the letters, or if they're initials or something else that might mean something to you, I let you guys kind of figure out for yourself if that's something that resonates with you, or something that kind of hits you there. We do have the Jack of Hearts, which to me the Jacks are either the pages or the Knights of Hearts, and I really like that too, because it shows that energy, that charge out energy, or that emotional fulfillment energy too, because it's a heart. And usually the symbol of the knight coming back with the cup, so you get the idea that you won the battle, you won the victory, you're going to be emotionally fulfilled, basically. But we also have the wheat penny, which I like as well, because that shows financial abundance and doing real well that way. And we did have, the King of Pentacles as well. So I do think that this newfound pursuit of yours might be, for a lot of you guys, financially rewarding, and help you out financially, which I find very cool. I do like that. we have the star here that says, love you on it. Um, to me, that was just kind of a message from the spirit guides and ancestors, since it's a star that's just telling you how much they love you and they see you. We do have a snowflake, which to me shows uniqueness, and we also have Rudolph. So both of those to me are signs of uniqueness and how unique you are. Um, some unique ideas you might come up with, um, or creative ways at least. But I think it's just kind of the universe's way of letting you know uh, that you're special and that you are unique and that you um, need to revel in that uniqueness. Okay, so that's kind of the message I'm getting there. We also have the ruler, which can mean a couple of different things. One is it could be a measured thing, like measuring what you do. Be careful, measure everything out. The other thing it means to me is also building things. Um, and I do feel like you are kind of in a building phase of your life where you're building towards building your life back up again. I think is kind of the energy I'm seeing there. We also have the turtle, and turtles are really quite cool. You think of the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady, wins the race kind of attitude. And I think that might be some good energy for you guys that, um, just kind of take your ideas and just keep going with them. Uh, Nothing has to happen overnight. Nothing has to happen very quickly. Life is a journey, and that you are on this journey, and that you just keep going and just keep plugging away, because you're going to eventually win the race. You're going to eventually get there. Um, and that along the way, you're going to have some really, really cool things happen, and interesting things happen, and find new passions and new glory, and other things like that. So that's kind of the message I kind of get from that as well. All right, guys, let's move on to our oracle spheres. If you're unfamiliar with how these work, is basically we like for you to think of a yes or no type of question. A question that can get an answer like yes, no, maybe, probable, unlikely, things like that. Answers like that. Okay. Um, and then we have 4 different stands here. We have blue, purple, bronze, and silver. And you think of which stand you would like your answer to appear on, and then we get our answers. Other people have utilized these in other creative ways. They found other ways to utilize them. And if you find a way to do that, then go for it. We appreciate that. We find that nice that you guys are interacting with the videos. All right, so let's go ahead and get our answers for our stands here. All right, the number 1, blue, is not likely. Number 2, purple, is probable. Number 3, bronze, is a maybe. And a number 4, silver, is also a maybe. All right, so blue is a not likely, purple is a probable, bronze is a maybe, and silver is also a maybe. Well, so there's our oracle sphere answers for the reading for this week. Guys, I hope there were some messages here that were useful to you, that you guys can do something with. I appreciate you being here with us for this video. Do check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of timeless tarot readings on lots of topics that might be of interest to you. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and leave us comments in the comments section. All of those things help the channel grow, and we appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and share the channel with your friends and family so that they can check out our videos as well. We do put out videos every week, so we look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.